Hi guys, welcome back to the MCM Buzz stage here live in Birmingham. I'm your host, Hannah VP, and I'm very happy to welcome back to our sofa two of our Red Dwarf stars. Please welcome Robert Llewellyn and Danny John-Jules.
Bobby Lou.
Danny J. Danny JJ.
Danny JJ.
Is that your rapper names?
Yeah, man. We're cool. We're urban.
We're really awfully cool and urban.
We're urban.
We get down with the kids.
I just had an urban sandwich in them.
So did I.
It's
We both had an
what's
urban sandwich. Yeah.
What is that? Yeah.
That's what we had in the green room.
We think it's stuff they've scraped off the floor outside a kebab shop and put in a bit of bread.
An urban sandwich.
As long as it tasted good.
It was gorgeous.
Well, thank you guys for coming back to see us in Birmingham. What have you guys been up to since we last saw you in Liverpool?
Recovering from filming
Sort
Red
of
Dwarf.
recovering from filming Red Dwarf and I'm
4
trying to
months.
think- Yeah. I've been feeding my chickens. That's been crazy racy. Chasing my chickens around the garden.
I've been chasing the wife around the garden.
She's very quick.
4 months, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean,
Hey.
you guys...
She knows what I mean. Hey, steady.
So, filming Red Dwarf, obviously everybody is really looking forward to the next couple of seasons. So, what can you tell us about the experience of filming the new show compared to the old?
I mean, I think the big change that I noticed this time was the lights. I'm going to get very nerdy now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We used
We're all nerds here.
we used to use very hot, old-fashioned TV lights that were very hot and old-fashioned. And this year we used LED lighting, which is very cool and more environmentally friendly. It uses less energy.
Yes, because our DOP, which is our director
of photography.
His name is Edward Moore.
Edward Moore.
And
Ed Moore uses less.
Less.
That's the slogan.
He's a geek and he knows how to, use less and get more.
Yeah. So they're very, very amazing lights, and so it wasn't as hot. Hello. It wasn't as hot in the studio as it normally is, which for me is a great. But for Dan, all Dan did was go, "It's so cold in here." Because your costume is the opposite of mine.
Two people walk into a room. One goes, "Bloody hell, I'm freezing,"
and the other one's going, "Oh, it's boiling."
Boiling. So that's what Red Dwarf is for 4 months, basically. One big contradiction.
Yeah. But we did have a lot of fun.
Being the operative word.
We had a lot of fun and we laughed a lot making it. It was great fun to do.
Well, we always laugh loads watching you guys, and I'm wondering, out of all the shows, have you got some favourite lines that you can tell us?
What, the new ones?
Or,
No.
we love the new
No,
ones,
no.
but I'm
You're joking.
assuming the old one.
There's a telescopic sight on us right now in case we break our contract.
I can do a line from the new one. Sir, quickly! That's it.
Yes, and what's my one? I can't even think of it.
Yeah.
Ow! That's one of them.
Ow!
Ow! Say that a couple of times.
Yeah. And fish?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you say fish in the new series? I can't even remember. Yes, you do.
I
There is
do.
one. Yeah.
There is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple
Fish!
Fish!
You guys are great at doing each other's voices, it sounds like.
I don't know what you mean.
How about some favourite lines from the old series?
From the old ones. Well, spin my nipple nuts and send me to Alaska was a fairly popular one.
My one's very simple, it was me and you, wasn't it? The brown alert one.
Oh, yes.
There is no such thing as brown alert, sir. You won't be saying that in a minute.
But, sir, there's no such thing as brown alert.
You won't be saying that in a minute. That, to me, that's the funny. It's the puerile stuff that the cat are funny. The more puerile it is, the better.
That's all fantastic.
Crichton, step up to red alert. Are you sure, sir? It does mean changing the bulb. That was some classics.
Classics.
So brilliant.
Really silly stuff.
Well, I was wondering as well, I mean, you just mentioned about the lights, but you're using more virtual sets now in the new series, I think.
Not really,
Not
no.
really.
In fact, if anything, we've used less in these new series. So the sets were absolutely amazing. They were
Much more banter.
much more banter, and they're real. We did a lot of real sets, and in one particular episode, we all walked into the studio and we could not believe that we were shooting a sitcom in the UK because the set was just absolutely staggering, wasn't it? And there was a lot of extras and props, and you'll see. We can't tell you anything about it, but it was very, very unusual for a TV sitcom to get that kind of setting. It was just amazing and really cool costumes that we all
Yeah,
wanted
just
to wear all the
certain,
time,
yeah.
but we weren't allowed.
So is this new rooms in the ship then?
Just
We
updated.
We couldn't really. Yeah, there's new rooms about that. We can't really reveal anything about it
Yeah.
because we'll blow the plot.
So David Jason came in and had a look around.
Yeah, he was jealous. Yeah,
well
we had
jealous.
better sets than David Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, his just looks like a giant living room.
Well, would you like to have some new characters like on the show? And if so, who would you like to be working with?
We'd like to take the mickey out of Sir David Jason, I think.
I mean,
we want him in that dirty, smelly old brown overall. don't
Yeah. I mean, it would have been, the thing is that we all get on so well that we actually have an enormous amount of fun together anyway.
Yeah.
So if we had we had a lot of really, really good guest artists. Some very well known, and they were fantastic and really.
They all had a good time.
And they were, it's that thing when you meet someone that you've seen on the telly for years and you have not
They go,
actually
"Look."
met them, and they go, oh, and then they were just so excited to be in the show. They really joined in with us. They were brilliant fun. It was good. So it was really a good atmosphere. Yeah. So I can't think of anyone. Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if he came in and played, because my daughter saw him in a shop and just couldn't say any other words other than Chris and Hemsworth for about a week afterwards.
Yeah.
I didn't see him, but
Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner. Obviously, Danny wants Lindsay Wagner in every episode.
Every episode.
You should ask her. She's here.
I want to be able to try and catch her. Or I want her to rip the car door off of my car. All the old boys are going, yeah. They know what I mean. Look at his face over there. Do you remember she used to get car doors and rip them off?
Well, so speaking of obviously the other people that are here, when you guys come to the conventions, is there people that you love to see particularly?
Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner. I've sat next to George Takei once, and that was very special.
Yeah.
He was very good because his voice is so good. Oh,
I've met so
hi.
many.
My name is George Takei. It's great to meet you. No, he was a very nice man. Yeah.
I just remember walking through Heathrow with John Pertwee, going to everyone. I've got that photo. I'm going to put it up on Twitter later. How about that?
One of the things we saw on your Twitter recently, Danny, is a picture of you with David Bowie, and you'd mentioned that you did a song with him that hadn't been heard before.
Well, no, I did Labyrinth, and that song that we performed, our characters, was written by David Bowie, obviously, and the one on my website is actually David Bowie singing it when it had the original lyrics, and whereas on the film it's four of us singing it. David Bowie's not singing on it in the movie, but the version that's up on the website is him singing it, but with different lyrics, because they had to change the lyrics because of a copyright infringement. How about that then?
Wow.
Hey.
But yes, so that was amazing. In fact, the guy that played Queeg in Red Dwarf got me that job,
Oh, wow.
and he also choreographed it and also played one of the fireys.
Multi-purposing.
Trivia. All
Showbiz.
coming. My future trilogy.
Showbiz trivia with
Bobby's
Danny
got a
John-Jules.
trilogy, and now I've got to try and get one together.
Danny's got to do a showbiz trilogy of interesting
Yeah.
showbiz facts. He's a
Bobby's been telling
endless.
me to write this book for 20 years. Danny John-Jules' book of showbiz, facts.
Yeah.
We would love to read that. I'm really interested.
There's some ones
really
you would never
interesting
guess.
stories. Whoosh!
Can you
That's
give
a
us?
lovely one,
That's
isn't
a
it,
good one.
Bobby?
That one's
that
great.
one, the punchline is just whoosh.
Can you
It
give
makes
us
him laugh every time. Look.
We'll just do
We
the
can't go
punchline.
there.
We're not going anywhere else, just the punchline. None
Just
of
the
the feed.
punchline.
And obviously, Robert, we mentioned last time about Carpool, your series, and
Ooh,
you've done.
shirty subject. People keep ripping off his show.
Well, we love your show.
Thank you.
Has anyone there seen Carpool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
look,
Yeah.
one hand, two hands.
So there's
You're over there.
there's another show out now, right, with James Corden.
Has anyone seen James Corden's
Corden's
Carpool
doing
Karaoke?
a rip-off of Bobby's show.
So I was doing that show exactly the same and exactly the same setup in cars with famous people
Right,
in
6 years ago.
2009. Not that James saw it or copied it. He wouldn't dream of doing that. He's a really lovely man who does a lot of work for charity.
But very cleverly did it in LA, didn't he? He did it in LA, so it was out of Bobby's reach.
Well, I want to know is you've done lots of those Carpool interviews. So do you have a particular favourite or particularly memorable moment? And how did you not get distracted doing that?
Yeah, I think I don't think it isn't. I don't know why I don't. But it isn't difficult. I'm so nervous that I'm going to run into something that I'm concentrating on driving and let them talk. But it's. I think the one that was the most nerve-wracking from the point of view of having never met them before or anything was arriving at Sir Patrick Stewart's house.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I drove in. I went, oh my God, I can't believe he wants to do this. And just as I pulled in front of his house, he opened the door and said, I've got the kettle on, you want a cup of tea? Come in. It's the captain. And I was really well behaved and polite. He was such a sweet guy, really charming.
I just looked at the show for, hold on a minute, how did he get Jonathan Ross?
Yeah, Jonathan Ross.
For an internet show.
Yeah.
And then I looked again, it was like Stephen Fry. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, how come you ain't done me yet, Bobby?
I got Danny in.
And then he got me.
I got Danny and took him to a motorbike sales.
I got lost, didn't I?
And he got lost. So I was sitting there
He's
on my own.
sitting there in the car on his own. Where's Danny kind of thing?
He's gone.
It's supposed to be an interview.
As the interlude.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And Danny as well, I have to say, congratulations on Death in Paradise. It's a fantastic show.
Yeah.
And
It's
you've
been
got next season just been
I go off in April to do another series.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And which, Dan, just tell us, which out of these fabulous characters in this still has done every season?
That sucker.
That sucker there.
I'm the only
All
one
the
that's
others
been in
are
every
temporary, fly-by-night, part-time.
really
part-timers.
Yeah.
No stamina.
Yeah.
No stamina.
They can't take the heat.
Can't take the heat, man. But as you can see, loyalty and all of that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a really popular show still. Why do you think it is so popular?
I think it's a bit like Red Dwarf, really. It's just a nice bit of escapism. You know, there's what? I don't know, 100
Oh.
pigs in space.
It does sound like that.
Done him. Look, there's no point trying to compete with him. He's got a bigger mic. You know what it's like, fellas.
That was Brian, wasn't it? That was Brian.
Is that
doing
that's
an
Brian?
announcement.
That
It's
Brian
really nice
Cooney.
that he timed it so beautifully.
Yeah.
Just
He looked
to
at the
cut you off.
schedule. He went,
I'm
"Who's
gonna have
doing
a word with
who's
him
on-
later on."
Yeah, we might have a chat.
You know what? Just because it's St. Patrick's Day, the Irish guys
you
taking
can't get away
liberties.
with everything. Yeah.
Pigs in space.
Well,
I
we've
said
got
to be
time-
beaker. Beep, 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 beep. I'm going to do that. When I go and see him, I just beep, 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 beep.
We've got time for a couple of audience questions. If you guys want to
Audience
quickly
question.
stick your hands up if you have a question for our panelists.
Yeah.
And we'll come to you.
Oh, there's one there. Look.
Do you still remember the lyrics to Tongue Tied?
Do you know what? I'm not. You know what? They might be here, but if they are, someone gave me a T-shirt. Yeah, it was red with the little ruffle at the front that I wore the costume, but the words are on the back to Gaderble Deagle Dargle Neagle Fargle.
Oh, that's right, and they were wrong.
Every single one of them were wrong.
Yeah. It's very complicated.
And they're selling them.
Double.
I didn't have the nerve to tell them. And you know that one when you see 59 people walking around going, and you're going to yell at. No, it was. Again, Doug Naylor lyrics are like Doug Naylor dialogue. You look at them and you go. It'd take you ages to learn it, man. Tongue-tied, I can't remember all of them, but, you know, can you remember all of them? Can anybody remember all of them?
When was that recorded? That episode? 1988, probably.
1988, the first one, yeah.
It's a mere...
It's amazing.
7 years ago, 28 years ago.
Written by Howard Goodall, the legendary...
Howard Goodall.
who
Who did a bit of reprise Howard Goodall in the new series. We can't tell you any more than that. There's a little bit of
Fantastic.
bit of music and a bit of singing. Marvellous.
When I saw you for the first time, my knees began to quiver, and I got a funny feeling in my kidneys and my liver,
Digestion system, baby.
my hands they started shaking, my heart began a thumping,
Thump, thump, thump.
my breakfast left my body. Now, darling, tell me something. Why do you make me tongue-tied?
Tongue-tied.
tongue-tied whenever you are near me. See? You see that One Direction stuff?
That's brilliant.
You see all that One Direction stuff, man?
Yeah.
Nothing on you guys. Any more questions from the audience at all? Got one right
over
over here.
Oh, no? All right.
Oh, hello.
Sorry.
She doesn't like beige.
No. Yeah, she doesn't like beige.
Okay, I'm going to go around this way.
As someone who's trying to get into acting, how did you get into doing your jobs?
Oh, God. I went to a little drama group in Notting Hill in a church hall. And I used to go in the evenings. And then, for some reason, I got a job as a dancer, not an actor. Weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then went through the whole process of dancing, musical theatre, and then into acting from doing parts in musical theatre.
I was literally and honestly leaning against the back door of show business, and they'd forgotten to lock it.
Just
And I fell in. I have no idea.
It's
I can't.
weird.
I wish I could tell you you do this and this. And I've got
There's
no
no
idea.
formula, mate.
No.
I tell you,
Completely.
everyone will have a
fluke.
different story. Everyone will have a different
Yeah.
story as how they got into it.
Because we've all met amazing drama students who are really talented, really brilliant, and they don't get any work.
Yeah.
And then there's other people. That
What you
go,
do, you go
"How
into
the hell
you
did
go
they
into
get that gig?"
you go into the Big Brother house and get signed up for 15 series
Yeah.
of the next movie and like yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've got time for one more question.
Oh.
Isn't it time Scrap Heap Challenge came back?
Oh, a lot. Oh.
Yay.
I mean, I
A
think
lot of fans for that.
you're right. It should come back. I don't think I should do it. I'm too old. But I think they should get someone. They should
be
get someone
the same without you.
a young man with sideways hair that was in a boy band.
Yeah.
He should be presenting it. But no, I mean, it's a fantastic show, and they really should bring it back. You should write to Channel 4. Write to Channel 4 and hassle them, because that's who makes it. And it's up to them. You know, it's not really down to me. But, I mean, it was a brilliant series. It transformed engineering education. And loads of people went and studied engineering because they'd seen Scrap Heap. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of engineers now who are working. I met a guy, Aston Martin's, the other day, and the only reason he got into it was from Scrap Heap. So, you know, it did
Yeah.
an amazing job, and it should be back.
Someone will rip the show off Bobby.
Yeah. They will.
Again.
And they're very welcome.
They're well.
Yeah. I have seen a lot of welding. I'll just say that. I did 10 years on the Scrap Heap, and also 4 series in the United States called Junkyard Wars. I did get paid to stand on a pile of scrap and say, in Britain, it's a challenge. In America, it's a war. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I had a great time.
Fantastic. Well, that has been a great panel. Really, really appreciate you guys coming back
Thank
down.
you.
Everybody, give it up for Robert Llewellyn
you.
and Danny John-Jules.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, guys, that was really awesome. Thank you so much.